My topic is about food toxicology and quality control. Food toxicology, a study of harmful substances in food and their impact on human health. Quality control, on the other hand, ensure the food we consume remains safe, consistent, and free from these hazards. Both fields are deeply interconnected. Toxicologists identify risk while quality control prevents and manages them. Over the next slides, we will explore more common toxicological challenges in food and detection methods and strategies that help us protect and consumers. Introduction to food toxicology. Food toxicology is built on the principle that dose makes the poison. Even natural substances like caffeine or salt can be toxic in high amounts. Toxicology studies harmful agents such as natural toxins from plants and fungi like solanine in potato or aflatoxins in grain. Aflatoxins, which is more common in nuts, which is peanuts, which is severely allergic to certain individuals, and environmental contaminants like pesticides and heavy metals that enter food chains. Food additives and residues from processing, packaging, and storage. The role of toxicologists is to assess exposure levels and establish safe limits that protect consumer. Next is heavy metal contamination in food. Heavy metals such as lead, cadmium, mercury, and arsenic can enter the food chain through contaminated soil, water, and industrial pollution. Once absorbed, they accumulate in plants and animals, eventually entering humans. Health effects are very severe. Lead impairs neurological development. Mercury damages kidneys and the nervous system, and arsenic exposure is linked to cancer. High risk food include rice, which absorbed arsenic from flooded soils, and seafood, where mercury bioaccumulates. Government worldwide has set strict regulatory limits and monitoring programs are in place to reduce exposure. However, in developing countries, heavy metal contamination still poses a significant risk due to poor enforcement. Next, pesticide residues in fruits and vegetables. Pesticides are used to increase crop yields and prevent pest damage, but their residues often remain on produce. Chronic exposure to pesticide residue can lead to cancer, endocrine disruption, and reproductive issues, while acute poisoning still occurs in farm workers. Detection technologies like chromatography and mass spectrometry allow laboratories to precisely identify and quantify even trace residues. To protect consumers, agencies like the FDA and EFSA have set minimum resource limits or MRLs for different crops. These limits balance the benefits of pesticides with the need to keep food safe, but overuse and misuse of pesticides remain a concern, especially in regions with limited regulation. Next is food adulteration and detection techniques. Food adulteration involves the intentional addition of inferior or harmful substance to food to increase profit. Examples: water added to milk to make more profit, chalk powder in flour, or synthetic dyes and spices. Detection methods have advanced significantly. Spectroscopy and chromatography can identify adulterants at the molecular level, while DNA barcoding can detect species substitution in meat and fish. Rapid test kits are being used in the field for instant chips. Famous case was the melamine scandal in China in milk in 2008, where melamine was added to milk powder to fake protein content. Detection prevented a wider disaster, but it also showed how dangerous adulteration can be if left unchecked. Next is sensory evaluation in product development. Food safety is not only about chemical analysis, it's also about sensory evaluation. Sensory evaluation is most crucial in the final food product, which gives opinions on the different food products from different people, like appearance, aroma, taste, and texture, and crucial in detecting early signs of spoilage or any other off flavor or adulteration. For example, rancidity in oils can often be identified by off orders before lab tests confirm chemical changes. Sensory evaluation complements scientific testing in product development and quality control. It ensures that food not only meets safety standards but also satisfies consumer expectations. By integrating both sensory and analytical methods, industries can deliver safe, appealing, and high quality products consistently. Next is food allergens and labeling regulations. Food allergens represent a unique toxicological concern. The major challenges include peanuts, tree nuts, milk, eggs, soy, wheat, fish, and shellfish, even in tiny amounts. These can trigger severe, sometimes fatal reactions in sensitive individuals. Accurate allergen labeling is therefore a legal requirement in most countries. For example, FDA mandates clear allergen disclosure on packaging. However, challenges remain such as cross contact during processing and the rise of novel allergenic ingredients in new food products. Effective allergen management combines strict labeling, facility controls, and consumer education to prevent vulnerable populations. And finally, food allergen labeling information should properly come with quantity of each ingredient, how it will affect the individuals. Next is mycotoxins in cereals and their control. Mycotoxins are toxic compounds produced by fungi that contaminate crops like maize, wheat, and rice. Aflatoxins are among the most dangerous, causing liver cancer, immune suppression, and growth retardation. In children, poor agriculture practices and improper storage promote fungal growth and spoilage faster, especially in warm, humid climates. Control strategies include using resistant crop varieties, ensuring proper drying and storage, and continuous monitoring through rapid test kits. Many countries enforce strict mycotoxin limits in cereal as contaminated grain not only harm consumer but also damages international trade, especially in export heavy economies like India and other developing and developed countries as well. And next is toxic effects of food additives and emerging risk. Food additives such as artificial colors, preservatives, and flavor enhancers have been long been debated. Some artificial colors are linked to hyperactivity in children, while preservatives can trigger allergic when consumed in excess amount. Flavor enhancers like monosodium glutamate may cause discomfort in sensitive individuals and also causes cancer when consumed in excess. Today, emerging risks are becoming more important. Nanomaterials used in packaging may migrate into food. Novel processing methods sometimes generate harmful chemical byproducts. Microplastics are now being detected in bottled water, seafood, and even salt. These new hazards highlight the need for ongoing research and constant regulatory vigilance as food technology evolves. Quality control, the guardian of food safety, almost crucial in every industries. Quality control is done on raw material after the finished product, also before it dispatches to retail stores. The quality control begins with raw material testing to ensure ingredients are safe before processing. During production, process monitoring detects deviations in real time. Finished products undergo final evaluation before reaching consumers, which is usually called FG analysis, like finished goods, while traceability systems provide transparency across the entire supply chain. Quality control is not static, it requires continuous innovation, rigorous testing, and international collaboration. In our interconnected world, safeguarding tomorrow's food depends on combining scientific toxicology with strong quality management system. Together, these effects protect public health and consumer confidence in the global food supply chain. So, moreover, food toxicology testings are more crucial before the food is being consumed, just to make sure it is safe for consumption. So, food toxicology helps us to understand risk, while quality control ensures safe, authentic food for consumer. Together, they protect public health and build trust in global food systems.